wanna know a secret? You're saying I've been feeling so long. I keep waiting for you, but you never come. Is this in my head? What you thinking else in the burning I said, somebody break your heart. Looking like an angel, but you're savage. When you
Okay folks, so here we go. I want to welcome you guys to watch my cooking show tonight. What I'm going to be doing tonight is making pigs in the blanket. Pig in the blanket, whatever you want to call it. And these ladies have no idea what the hell I was talking about. But the first thing I got to do is whip up some dough for the blanket part. The pigs are pretty much the cheapest hot dogs you can buy in the world. It's those red hot dogs here in the Philippines. And I'm going to wrap them up like a pig in the blanket, and I'm going to put them out on the grill outside because we don't have an oven here. If you're just now joining me on your first cooking show, all I got is a little grill. I got my trusty old wok over here, and I got my cast iron skillet. But I'm going to bake these things on my charcoal grill. So without further ado, the first thing you do when you're making pigs in the blanket is get you some ice in a cup, and then take you a bottle of rum, pour you a good stiff shot in there. I'm not sure what I did with my lid. Hold on. There we go. And I'm here in the Philippines. I'm on day 60 something. I don't even know. I have to go look at my calendar. Shout out to my two buddies who we won't name for security purposes, but they brought me a couple cases of beer and 2 bottles of Bacardi. I certainly appreciate you guys doing that for me. The problem is those 2 cases of beer have been drank, and I'm on the last bottle of Bacardi. No fault of anyone but myself for drinking that at such a rapid pace. Folks, we're looking at 1 more week on what these fools are calling modified enhanced community quarantine. Then we'll go to general community quarantine. It's just like different flavors / levels of martial law, whatever you want to call it. Alright, enough of the politics. So back to the cooking show. And just take a swirl right there. And don't worry, I did wash my hands prior to commencing this here cooking show. Get that all mixed up like that, and then... Oh yeah, that's good. Alright, so folks, first things first. Now, I've had a problem here in the Philippines finding a type of flour that I'm familiar with. Now, I'm from America originally, and so I'm used to cooking with a certain type of flour that performs a certain way. And the flour I get over in Thailand seems to cooperate with me. It's very familiar. But a lot of the flour I get over here is more like cake flour. I mean, it really is. If I had to tell you what it's like, it's similar to buying cake flour in the States. And so a lot of times, what I'm trying to cook just doesn't turn out with the same taste. But again, the flour I got over in Thailand, I could convince you that you were eating a biscuit right out of my mother's kitchen. And take a look at this stuff here. This This is I don't know, it's close to cake flour. A little bit closer to cake flour, you know, very fine, just like a real fine powder. But we'll give it a run. We don't have any choice. This is what I got to work with. So I'm gonna throw a little double acting baking powder. This is this gentleman here. How do you say that? Kalume? I don't know what that means, but it does appear to have a picture of an Indian chief on it, if you're interested. Well, this stuff has been in the ref. It's been in the refrigerator for several days. It may have accidentally soaked up some type of juice of some sort. I don't know. But it's what I got to work with, so we got to go with it. Let's see if this is dry enough. Oh yeah, it's good to go. So I'll go ahead and put a big hefty spoonful of baking powder on there. I think that's going to be enough. See if I'm in frame here. Folks, I'm a one-man film crew, so if I get out of frame, you just complain to the cameraman, alright, and fire the producer. So just sprinkle that in there. Let me stir that up just a little bit, get her all mixed up. And again, that's just like cake flour to me. It's like I'm gonna bake an angel food cake. All right, now I forget, is this salt? Let me taste it. Yep, that's salt. We'll go with a little bit of salt there. I'll say that's a teaspoon. And let me just go with one more pinch of salt. Kind of mix that up like a champion. And hey folks, I'm going to take this time to ask you, if you're not a subscriber, go down to the bottom right hand corner of your screen, hit that overstay road sign, or whatever that graphic is. Might put a picture of my face. Right now it's an overstay road sign. Get on board my channel. Food, beer, visas, bad behavior, everything in between. Alright, so I got this, the dry ingredients pretty much stirred up. Now, let me find me a bowl. What the hell is that? Oh, that's that stinky fish those ladies cooked this morning. They ran me out of my own condo. And if you've never dated a girl from Asia, especially the Philippines, my goodness, they will cook that stuff. I need a bowl, baby. You got an extra bowl somewhere?
Big one or small one?
Yeah, like one over here. I guess I could use this guy.
Use that thing.
Oh, baby, thanks for letting me know that. Thank you very much. Yeah. Beautiful wife checking in. So, folks, let me show you what I'm going to mix up here. All right. Now. Yeah, I'd rather use this one. And can I get a fork? Let me get a fork, baby. And folks, people make biscuits and they make things many, many different ways. Now, I don't need a knife, baby. I just need this. Let me get in the frame here. So what I'm going to use in this little concoction is one egg. Try to get that boy. There we go. My friend. We got in there without getting the eggshell in the mix. Whoa, where we going? Right over there. Alright, so I'm going to mix this up. I'm going to put one egg. Kind of mix that dude up there. I'm going to pour in some olive oil. Why? Because everything tastes better with olive oil. And this is olive oil pure. What is that? Is that Doña Elena? Folks, without trying to magnify that, I really can't read it. That's the olive oil I'm going to use if you're interested. Go ahead and mix that up a bit. And I'm going to hit it with some milk. Fresh milk. Alright, so go ahead and mix this up. We'll get that going right there. Get all that going, just like so. Now here's where people are probably going to disagree with me about how I do this. But I'm going to throw the yeast to this thing. I'm going to throw the yeast to this thing, which means I'm going to add a little bit of brown sugar. I guess there's different ways to activate yeast, and I'm not an expert on yeast. And I'm not an expert bread maker. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of brown sugar to this mix. Not too much, because I don't want it to turn out to be roll, or I don't want it to turn out to be cake. I just want a little bit of brown sugar so that yeast has got something to nibble on. Something to nibble on. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and take the brown sugar. Am I in frame? I'm back out of frame. Again, I'm the worst YouTuber in the history of YouTube when it comes to filming. I mean, obviously, look at all this messed up backdrop here. All right, throw the brown sugar to it, right? Throw the brown sugar to it. All right, so what I got now? Some of this Eagle brand yeast. Is that focused in? You know what? Do I have that thing on autofocus? Yeah, all right. Again, worst YouTuber in the world. So let me cut this bad boy open here. Oh yeah, seal. Open this guy up. Use my measuring bowl here as a gauge of how much of this yeast I'm going to put in here. What does that look like? Enough? It's about a teaspoon or two. Let's do it a little bit harder. Alright, I'm going to put this in there. Seal that thing up there. Alright, so here we go. See if we can get a tune out of this yeast by just dumping it in here. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe, but see, I'm left-handed when it comes to stirring. There we go. Stir this guy in here. Get that yeast going. Now look, I think people say you're not supposed to use a metal bowl with yeast because it kills it, and that might be my bad because I'm using this here dog bowl over here. That might be my problem, but I'm using what I got, folks. I'm using what I got, and so I'm just going to stir this yeast up. Stir this yeast, and what do you call it? Agitate it. Agitate the yeast and activate it. And you know what's funny is I don't know the first thing about yeast. I can make biscuits, no problem, but you don't use yeast. Now I've made cinnamon rolls before. I've made rolls, and I activate the yeast in different ways. It always turns out different, so I don't have like a great method down getting the yeast in there. But let's check it out and let's see if this works. See if this is going to kick off. Give that just a minute to activate. Give it like 3 minutes. Oh yeah, folks, I don't even need 3 minutes. Take a gander at the yeast. This yeast, wherever it came from, my goodness, it's kicking ass and taking initials because it ain't got time to take names. My goodness. That's smelling like bread already. Oh yeah, let that go. A little bit more. Let it get down in there. I thought I was gonna have to take a break. I don't think so. Alright folks, just a couple minutes went by. Let's just go ahead. Let's go ahead and hit it in here. No time like the present. Yeah, let's get that bad boy in there. Got a little bit of brown sugar, stick to the bottom. No problem. Throw it over in there. Start stirring this up. Hopefully I had the right mixture. You know, I don't use measuring cups because I don't have any measuring cups. I just always eyeball it. And shout out to my mom. She's always, her and her friends, they're from the old school. They want a recipe. They're big on recipes, and they always ask me for the recipe, and I don't have a recipe. Most of the time it's in my head, or if I make something really delicious on a video, I go back and reference the video. Maybe I should start putting the recipes on there. But I'm just going to mix this up. I'm going to mix this dough and knead it up a little bit. See what kind of consistency we got here. And I may have just made this perfect, folks. I'm telling you. I mean, this might be the perfect consistency for pig in the blanket night here at the penthouse suite. Oh yeah. I'm gonna tell you right now, a damn pizza maker, a pizza parlor, they ain't got shit on me. I can make a pizza out of this right here. And you know what? Instead of pig in the blankets, maybe I'll make a hot dog pizza. Because I may have some spaghetti sauce. And the ladies like those hot dogs anyhow in their spaghetti. I could turn this into a pizza on the little grill. Alright, so there we go. Now I don't think this is enough dough to make a a thick crust pizza, but it certainly will be enough to make a thin crust pizza. Okay. All right, so I think I got that. I think I got that bad boy right there. Look at that. That's the final product. And all I'm gonna do what my grandma do, just cover that thing up. I'm using one of Forrest G's blankets here. I just cover it up like that, and I'm gonna set it aside. I'm gonna set it aside and clean up my cooking area and wash my hands. So I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay, folks. Now, if you've never left the West, okay, in the West, when we buy packs of hot dogs, you just take them out of the pack and you eat them, right? You bite into them. When you come to Southeast Asia, Philippines, Thailand, and you buy a pack of hot dogs, they're gonna come wrapped in plastic. Now, this is quite obvious that the hot dog is wrapped in plastic. But over in Thailand, I learned this the hard way. If you're not aware of this, some of the hot dogs you buy, they don't have this wrapping. It'll be like a thin, clear. You have no idea. And if you're from the West, what do? You buy a pack of hot dogs, plop them out, plop them into the skillet. Folks, I'm going to tell them myself, I cooked up some damn hot dogs with plastic wrappers on them and couldn't figure out why the fuck they tasted funny. I didn't know, because nowhere, never in America, maybe you have, but the hot dogs that I bought in America, they come just like this. When you open up the plastic pack, that's the way they are, right? Here, you better get that plastic off before you go to cooking. So what I got Helen of Troy doing over there is taking the plastic off, and then I'm going to chop them up. But I don't really have a good system for taking the plastic off, and they've been doing this their whole life. So these are the tender, juicy, the red type hot dogs you typically see here in the Philippines. When all this lockdown mess is over, I'm going to try to find some Nathan's, some really legitimate hot dogs. I say legitimate, folks, hot dogs that I'm used to, and serve those up. So am I on focus? Okay, again, see if I can close that up. Stop blocking the light. Does that help? Or maybe it's this one. You know what? Maybe it's the damn star of the show putting the shadow on there. Alright, so what I'm going to do with these little hot dogs is just slice them up. And you can see the consistency. See if we can focus in on that hot dog. Focus, focus. Being that I don't have a cameraman, maybe it don't focus. But there you go. So that's what the hot dogs look like. If you come here to the Philippines and eat their local spaghetti, you're going to have hot dogs in the spaghetti. Just like this with the Filipino style spaghetti sauce. Now when I went to the store, I bought them their style. This is Italian style, so this is what I'm used to, because again I'm not Filipino, I'm from the West, and this is what I like, Italian style, Del Monte brand. And I'm gonna reach up here and see if I can, yeah, here we go. Okay, this is Filipino style. This is what the ladies like. This is what they're used to. It's a very runny, like, you know, like our spaghetti sauce where we're used to thick, you know, thick sauce. This is like a very runny sauce. It's sweet and totally different taste than the Italian style over here on the right. And then they're going to add hot dogs into this here. So you'll have spaghetti noodles, those hot dogs, and this Filipino style sauce. If you go to Jollibee, well, anywhere, you know, local, and order spaghetti, that's what you're going to get. You're not going to get this with pork or beef. You're going to get the other package with them little red hot dogs floating around in there. All right, so let me slice up these dogs here. It's going to be a hot dog pizza. Why? Because I don't have any pepperonis. Tomorrow is my day to go out, and maybe I'll try to get across the bridge into Barrio Barreto where I can get some proper pepperonis and make another pizza. But this is what I'm working with today. So I'll have to deal with it. I'll have my style sauce, which will taste like a pizza, and then they'll like it because it's got hot dogs in it. Give and take. Alright folks, I decided to demonstrate how proficient you can be if you got a long enough knife. Now, I don't know if this is going to work, but I figured I could lay my trusty spatula down right here. And you probably can't see that, that's the wrong side. So I'm going to have to go with this side so you guys can see, but it's messing up because I'm holding that knife left-handed. Let me see if I can't put that dude down there. Put a little pressure on these dogs and do one slice. Here we go. Can it be done? Look at that. Look at that. Oh yeah, folks. My goodness. Efficiency in cutting these Filipino style hot dogs. The problem is my wooden scoop has a curvature to it. So if I had something flat, it would be much better. But let me try to lay it down this side and see if I can get a better grip on these dogs. Put a little bit more pressure. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Oh yeah. This is the way you, this is speed hot dog cutting here in the Philippines. Look at that. That's the way you cut them dogs. You just got to put a little bit of pressure so they don't move. Make sure you don't get your thumb too close. And folks, look at that. I'm doing the work of 3 Filipinas in half the time. Now what do you do when you get over here? These things get a little bit short. I think you gotta, there you go. You just reposition your spatula there. Make sure you keep your fingers out of the way. You get down to the end, just keep going. Hopefully they don't roll off into the floor. But if they do, you just wash them off and they'll be fine. And you get down to the final cutting, folks, you just go like you're going crazy here. You get them bad boys. Folks, this is like pressure washing. like pressure washing a dirty driveway. That's very satisfying to chop these things up with this big knife here. Nobody gets hurt. Just a little bit of lockdown, quarantine, government bullshit, aggression, pent up aggression I took out on these hot dogs. Now let's see if I can roll all these dogs into this bowl without any falling out. Here we go. So far we're good. Ooh, lost one off the right side, folks. Got a man overboard. Man overboard. All right, now we're getting a little close, so I'll come over here. Folks, I'm on a roll here. Ooh, we got a bunch of men overboard. Shit. All right, got my wife over here laughing at me. But you know what, folks? When you've been locked down for 60-something days, you're easily entertained by a dude chopping up a bunch of cheap hot dogs. All right, so there we go. So I got the meat ready. I got this ready. A little olive oil. Maybe I'll marinate them dogs in the olive oil, but I don't think anything is going to really help the taste of these dogs except maybe for a little rub. I got Helen out there firing up the charcoal grill. Let's just take a look at that dough. It smells like delicious dough. Maybe I'll get a tune out of this trombone. It looks like it's risen a little bit. I don't know, it's been about 20-30 minutes. And I could let it rise some more. But there's no time like the present. Now what I'm gonna do, this is a copper, I guess you call it a copper grilling baking sheet from Copper Chef. Courtesy one of my mother's finds that she sent to me, and to be honest, she told me she was sending these things. I had no idea what they were back then. This is like last year, and so when I got them out of the box, I started to throw them away. I initially just threw them over in the paper, and then I realized, wait a minute, that's not paper. And I thought it was like a wrapping paper or something, you know. And then I had to call her up and say, what the hell are these things? She said, you dummy, that's the Copper Chef baking mats, I think is what she called them. So my plan is to use the Copper Chef baking mat. I've tried this before. Make the pizza here, and then put it on the grill kind of sideways, and put the lid on there sideways where I got some oxygen, because we got that little tiny grill. All right, so without further ado, and maybe I should put some olive oil on there to keep it from sticking. I don't know, but I think the last time, let's see, hold on, let me get rid of these messages here. The last time when I put butter on here, the butter basically burnt. And so I don't think I need to put anything. You know, I was going to put some of that oil, forget it. We're just going to plop this bad boy on here. And folks, see if that'll focus in on that. Maybe I'm too close. Is that going to focus? Focus? I don't know, but folks, oh yeah. I think that I have found the right flour for my bacon needs over here. That smells like pizza dough. It looks like pizza dough, and it feels like pizza dough. And a lot of these brands of flour, or maybe it's just the cook, they just didn't work with me. All right, now a pizzeria. I don't know how them guys do that. I ain't never worked in no pizza parlor, but look at there. Oh yeah. Now, here's the thing about it. This ain't gonna be no round pizza. It needs to be a rectangular pizza, because that's just the way I'm gonna cook it on the grill. So I can sling it around one more time. Here we go. Zoom, pizzeria. But basically, it's got to sort of be a rectangular pizza. You know what? This smells so good. You know, like when you walk into one of them no shit real pizzerias. I'm not talking like, you know, CC's Pizza or Pizza Hut. Not that I got anything against those, but I'm talking about a no shit pizzeria where they make the shit from scratch and the owner's name is something like, you know, fucking Mario. You walk in there after a night of being at the club and you smell that damn no shit homemade pizza. Folks, this is going to turn out to be champion. And like I said, it's not going to be enough for, I don't think this is going to turn out to be no thick crust. Maybe it will. This may be a combination like in between. Not thick, not thin crust, not like a fucking Totino's. You see, my grill is about that wide, so I'm already kind of screwing up. I said it needs to be rectangular shape, but subliminally, I'm making a round pizza, so fuck, it's going to turn out to be round after all. But I think I need to spread it out just a little bit. And if you work in a pizza place and you're one of my subscribers, man, shout out to you, because this is a skill. One of those skills where I wish as a, you know, in my younger years, or well, I don't have to say younger years, I wish I would have worked at a pizza place for at least 6 months or so to learn the proper art of pizza making. And I'm not talking about Pizza Hut. I'm talking about, like, you know, what I've already described. You know, Mario's Pizza. There's an Italian guy in there that barely speaks English. And what's funny, I mean, obviously when things get to America, they get Americanized. But, you know, I was so excited when I went to Italy. And it was one of the best trips of my life. Don't get me wrong. It's a great trip. But the food was not as I was used to, obviously. And the pizza was nowhere near what I was used to. And I think the big thing was the cheese. I'm not saying the food was bad, but I was definitely in for, this ain't what I'm used to when I'm eating a pizza at a Italian pizza place, right? Different. I should have known, because obviously when you eat Americanized Chinese food, and see, I think I've screwed this up, because I think the lid on my grill, let's just bring it in. The lid on my grill is about that size. So let's do it. Let's take this down to a rectangular shape about here. And I think that's going to fit the lid of my grill. And if you work at a pizza place and you're looking at this and you're saying, man, that fucking dough is going to rise 3 feet in the air, you're probably right. I don't know. But the only way you learn how to cook in my book, because I didn't go to culinary school. I'm not Gordon motherfucking Ramsay. Okay? Go around fucking hurting people's feelings. It ain't rocket science, folks. You take some raw ingredients, you mix them up, and you put fucking heat to it. There you go. Check that shit out. Let me get out of the way here. I know it's got a shadow. Check that shit out. Is that not bad to the bone right there? Oh my goodness. There we go. So what I'm going to do is, I have so many hot dogs here. We're just going to sprinkle some of these hot dogs in. Man, I wish I had some pepperoni. Certainly wish I had some pepperoni. But I don't got no pepperoni. Alright, now I may screw everything up by what I'm about to do. But listen. There's got to be There's got to be a fair medium. Now look, this is the rub that my buddy brought for me from the States. And I'm not going to hit it hard. But I just want a little bit of seasoning on there. Just a little bit. Just a pinch. Look, you don't even see that. But you got to understand that these hot dogs, there's just nothing redeeming about these red hot dogs. There's just not. Okay, let me wash my hands, folks. Just to get a little bit of flavor on it. And if I told the ladies I was doing that, oh my God, blah, blah, but I'm not going to tell them I did it, and they're going to be like, holy shit. Because I think what that rub is going to do is give these cheap hot dogs a little bit of pepperoni flavor to them. All right, let me find my scissors. You know what? We'll just use a knife here. Try not to like that movie. Try not to cut myself and put a quart of blood on the ingredient list. Use a quart of blood technique. If I use this technique, you're gonna drop a quart of blood. All right, so here we go. Oh yeah, good thick sauce right there, folks. Good thick sauce. Okay. Oh yeah, look at all them dogs going on there. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. All right, well, let's do this. How about a little olive oil? How about a little olive oil intermixed with the sauce? Can't go wrong with that. We'll add a few more hot dogs. It looks like I am gonna have too many, but she was thawing those things out. That's why I told her, no, put all them dogs in there. Put all of them dogs in there. Look at that, folks. My goodness. And I know all you hear is that damn dog barking in the background. And I know I'm blocking I got a shadow. But if you've never been to the Philippines, this is one of the noisiest countries in the world. And you have to deal with it. You got to deal with it or find another country, because dogs barking, roosters crowing, videoke machines, loud tricycles, that's just part of it. All right, now. All right, so I don't have enough room for the rest of the sauce, but I think we've got a pizza, and that son of a gun is heavy. Here's what I'm going to do to get it out there, if you're wondering. So I'm just going to take my cutting board here. All right, just got this old, not old, but got this cutting board. Well, that's what I did last time. I just take it and I slide it underneath the pizza here. Hopefully don't mess anything up. There we go. And now I can take it out there and just slide it off onto the grill. And hopefully all of my toppings don't come off of there. And if they do, hey, I'll know better next time. Now there's one thing that I'm obviously missing, and what is it? It's cheese. I ate all the Parmesan cheese. Folks, I don't have any cheese. The only thing I got in there is cream cheese, and the last time I tried to use that, the ladies didn't like it because they're used to eating that fake processed stuff with the cow on the front. But we're not going there. We're not going to go either way. We're not going to go with the cream cheese. We're not going to go with their cheese. We're just going to go with no cheese. Anybody wants to add their taste of cheese to this spectacular hot dog pizza, they're welcome to after the fact. Alright folks, there's been a development. The old lady came in here and she got this powdered cheese sauce, cheese topping that she put on the French fries, but she says she don't want that. She wants this cream cheese. Now I thought the last time I cooked this, they didn't like this. And ooh, baby, this one might not be good.
Hello, of course.
This is no good. That thing's hard as a rock because it's been out.
Put in the freezer.
No, that's not good. Trust me. Okay, so this is okay right here. I'm gonna put a little bit of cream cheese, folks. This dude here, and hopefully it doesn't mess up the entire. Hold on a second. Try to get back in frame. Oh, get that out of there. It looks like I may have a dam break right here, and this thing might roll out of here. All right, so we're gonna take a chance because pizza does need cheese on it. Now this looks like mozzarella, but it's cream cheese. But I don't think if we tell anybody, I don't think they're gonna know the difference. Because when I think about it, you know, the last time they complained of the dish that I made with too much cheese, if I didn't tell them there was that type of cheese in there, they probably wouldn't have complained. They just complain when they think they know they don't like something.
Spread side by side.
Fatima?
Oh.
Okay. Appreciate your input. Okay, but I'm robbing this train. I'm the captain of this ship. Okay? All right, so thank you for your input, but we'll just say thank you. All right, folks, so it looks like we are going to have some semblance of a pizza here in the Philippines. Day 60 something of a damn quarantine, locked down in our house like goddamn prisoners. We're gonna have some semblance and resemblance of a pizza here. Oh shit, this shit's falling apart. I'm trying not to cut my fingers open there. Alright, so look, what I'll do is just put these chunks around the edge. That's it. Just take that off of there. Put the chunks on the edge. Yeah, cream cheese, Italian style spaghetti sauce with the cheapest hot dog you can possibly buy in the entire galaxy. I gotta shore up this dam. I guess it's happening because I made this thing a little bit wider than the cutting board. Let me try to shore it up. Alright folks, so she's got the charcoal almost ready to go. Give it a few more minutes and then I'm going to bring that pizza out. How we doing? Doing okay?
Yeah.
Almost ready?
Almost.
Alright folks, while she's flattening that out, what I did, I went and I stole the grate because it's about the same size as the pizza. So I've got it on the grate. I'm going to bring it out, put it on there, put the lid on top. Let's see how it goes. It may be too wide to come in here sideways. I may have to take it like this, which may choke out the fire. But maybe we want the fire to get choked out. So here we go, folks. Going into the oven. Going into the oven. Boom, pot nest. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Put the top on that bad boy, folks. We are off to the races.
Bukas na naman dito.
Around Times Square. My knees standing by. He don't know it, but he's gonna get some delicious pizza tonight. And check out my sunset. I'll just share that sunset with you. Beautiful, beautiful view. Folks, while I got that going in the background, figured I'd, I don't know, just update you on what's been going on, and the answer is basically nothing. Things are still the same. I don't even know what day it is. I know it's Monday. Tomorrow's one of my yard leave days, so I will venture out. I didn't go anywhere Saturday. Got to working on stuff. And We're a week out from this thing supposedly transitioning to the general community quarantine. I don't know. I mean, at this point, it's you know, it's Groundhog Day. It's like waiting to get out of prison. Absolutely waiting to get out of prison. And you know, you look at these other countries, you look at Sweden, you look at the U.S., look at all these places that are opened up. People are free to pretty much go about their normal business. And you know, we're still held hostage here. Obviously, I don't agree with it. I'm not fucking happy about it. But it's the deck of cards. It's the hand of cards I've been dealt. So I'm just sharing with you what I'm going through. This pizza back here, I'm really hoping that it turns out. It's almost 4 minutes in. We'll check it at 5 minutes just to make sure something's not going terribly wrong with the pizza. Now the problem is the grill, the way I've got it set up, it's absolutely choking out with coals. But I almost think that may be a good thing because it's going to prevent the coals from getting too hot and burning the bottom of my pizza. As long as the dough gets cooked and it rises, you know, bubbles up the sauce a little bit, you know, cooks those hot dogs. You know, those hot dogs are just, you warm them up. So it's not like I'm cooking raw chicken on there. I don't have raw chicken as an ingredient. So I think maybe choking out the coals will be a good thing. If not, we'll be putting some more coals in there. And what we can do is take the little burner here and get them started and just put them in there as needed. Hot dog pizza with Italian sauce and sprinkle with a little cream cheese. I'm taking lemons and making lemonade, my friends. They say people won't subscribe unless you ask them 3 times. Bottom right hand corner of your screen right there. You see that little graphic? I think my finger's on it right there. Click that, hit subscribe, click the bell. I don't have a production schedule. So if you click that bell, you'll know when we publish these, you know, award-winning travel shows, cooking shows, my political commentary, and I appreciate it. 24,000 subscribers, folks. 24 karat gold. When I look down, I mean 18 was pretty cool because it's like 18 karat gold. Now I got 24 karat gold. All I can say is thanks to everybody who subscribes, watches our videos, listens to my voice, listens to me bitch about this lockdown, watches basically the same walking tour every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. But if I didn't do it like that, you wouldn't understand this time period in my life. I would be skewing it. So when I do these same walking tours, why? Because it's the only place I can go. If there were somewhere else I could go, I would be going. But what you've seen over the past going on 3 months, that's my confines. This balcony has been my confine, my, you know, this place. It's even been worse on the ladies because they're not into walking. You know, they've been cooped up even more than me because I make it a point to go out and do my walks up to the Walter Mark. All right, folks, we're at 6 minutes. I'll wait till it rolls over at 7 minutes. So 7 minutes here. Let's take a look at this homemade pizza. 7 minutes on the clock. Don't think we have enough heat going on. Probably what I need to do is turn up the heat, and this is how you turn up the heat, like this. Lift that up, turn up the heat a little bit. Little Kenny Rogers. I love that Kenny Rogers. As long as they don't start playing Island in the Streams, and I will always love you. Single time, prove to count it wrong. And whoever that is has a great fucking sound system over there. mean, I'm talking. It's got to be a big speaker, but they've got it tuned in. It's a great sound system. Now I think I got it at the right temp. I'm even slowing down my fan in a little bit because I get it's got a fire going in there. I don't want it to be a fire because it's going to burn the bottom of this thing. Alright, so let it cool down, give it a break. Hey, that's the way you have to manipulate the temperature when you're cooking on a little grill like this. There's not any more options, right? I mean, I guess I gotta get some bricks and kind of raise it up. As soon as this stuff gets sort of back to normal, I got a grill that we're gonna replace this one with. Looking forward to getting it. It's out of stock right now, but at least Lazada is back in operation. I saw the Lazada guy over here a couple days ago dropping off a package. I ordered a couple things, little small things, just to do a test run, make sure they get here. And then once I make sure that works, then I'm gonna put the order in for that new grill. Badass little grill. Now, it smells like might have a little bit of burning going on the bottom of the pizza.
I want to see.
Okay. Okay. All right, folks. So, you know, I always say the good, bad, and ugly. The ugly up front, the pizza is burnt to a crisp on the bottom. Shit happens. So what I did, I took all the coals and I raked them back and I actually took some off and I put them in the little burner here. Let's see if you can see. And so now I've got some noodles boiling to make spaghetti. So once those noodles boil, then I'll mix up some spaghetti. But the pizza is going to be burnt to a crisp. So let me just show you what I did. See, I pulled all the coals back in here, and so the pizza's sitting over there by itself, and then I'm going to fan the heat down in there. And I just put the rest of the charcoal here. And it's going to be spaghetti night unless you want burnt pizza. Now what's funny is down here this Jollibee dude showed up. And he's asking for somebody and they can't find her. Like the whole village come out to figure out who ordered the Jollibee. I mean, folks, it's an all hands on deck discussion to find out where that Jollibee is going. Somebody ordered it, but I can't find the lady. I have my taste buds set for pizza, but now it looks like it'll be hot dog spaghetti. That's all good. The good thing out of this is I got that dough perfect. That flour that I had in there worked out great for me. The dough is perfect. Nothing against the dough. All has to do with the chef. But you go try to cook a pizza on a little small grill like that, it ain't exactly easy. I'll try again tomorrow night. That's what I'll do. Alright, folks. Old lady said she felt a couple drops of rain, so I took the big camera inside. I'm shooting on the iPhone. The volume's probably not as good. Yeah, shit happens. So what I did, I raked all the charcoal back to here. This is continuing to cook. I've got spaghetti noodles here boiling. And as soon as they're done, I'm going to fire up the hot dog. And I'll just make spaghetti. I kind of feel bad because I used the Italian style for the pizza. They would much prefer the Filipino style, but folks, this is what happens when you embark on the unknown. And I should have known. I did know. I put too much fucking heat on the bottom. So here's how I'm going to engineer this tomorrow night. I'm going to heat up the coals. Well, it doesn't matter if I heat up the coals here or here. I'm going to dump the coals out on the ground. underneath this little grill. And then I'm gonna put the pizza on there. So the heat's coming from here, the thing will be up here, and it'll be like a fucking oven. You know, ingenious. Well, why the fuck didn't I think of that tonight? Well, because I just didn't. And a little something may have to do with this fucking rum that I've been drinking all day. That's delicious, courtesy of my buddies. Shout out to you guys, man. Thank you very much. But folks, you know, life ain't fucking perfect. Just like this fucking pizza, life is not perfect. Now, I'm gonna take a few bites out of this to try it. I just want to see how the flavors mesh. Obviously, the charcoal burnt to a crisp crust ain't gonna taste that great, but like right over here on the end, that's not too bad. So I'll probably shave off the corner and tear that up, and the corner over here, tear it up, and this little go to anybody that wants it, but may just feed it to the neighborhood dogs, because that's pretty darn burnt. A little bit left to go on the noodles, and then we'll just rock on with the low-key spaghetti night. And I think they're taking my some other food, because this is way too late for him to be eating dinner. So I think they got some fish that they cooked at lunch, and maybe round up some sardines and rice and everything, and take him down all that stuff. And trust me, he'd rather eat that than this, and probably this because it's Italian style. Those fucking beetles or whatever the fuck they are, I killed one of them motherfuckers a minute ago. I'm gonna tell you why, because he landed right there on my goddamn wrist. Fuck it, you're out of here, man. Because here's the thing, you're over here next to my fucking cooking operations. The two of you motherfuckers, you're at the graveyard. Because if you land over here in my food on this beautifully burnt pizza, you're gonna fuck it up. And here's what's funny. This guy, this lizard over here, you see, there's different names for them. Tuke. These are the house lizards that eat all the bugs. When these dudes right here that one dude made the mistake of landing on my damn arm, and this guy was over there. He was over there stalking that dude, and then he decided not to take a bite. I don't know what he saw. Big meal for him. This is not going to do this view justice on this iPhone by no means. But you see that moon up there? It's like you got that crescent moon and this palm tree, that mountain in the background. My goodness. Alright, so that spaghetti's almost done. So it's time to get this party started over here. Let's try for round two. Butter heated up here. Look at that, beautiful. That black skillet, that yellow butter just sliding around. It'll take it a minute to get it heat up. You know, it don't get hot like on the induction. It takes a minute for this thing to get going over that on the coals, and then the whole thing gets heated. I love cooking over fire with this cast iron, and I got a little portable grill ordered from Lazada. Should be in here in a week or so. So when I don't feel like cranking up the charcoal the whole time, I'm gonna fire up that little gas burner for my cast iron cooking. All right, now folks, look, I'm drinking. She brought me that crusty ass piece of cream cheese, and it started burning in there. I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this butter? And then I finally put two and two together and realized, look, that looks like that. That's fucking the disgusting, ruined, hardened cream cheese. This is butter. But when I've been drinking, I didn't realize, you know what? That's what butter's supposed to do. And then that fucking cream cheese, that ruined ass cream cheese, sits there and burns. Shit happens. I got some butter going now. I'm trying to hold where them hot dogs at? I'm gonna put so much in there first. Them fucking hot dogs. Saute them dogs like it's fucking steak. That's what I'm gonna do. just like it's steak night. Look at that. And again, make sure you peel the plastic off of these bad boys, or you will experience a pretty bad meal if you eat a few of these and realize you ate them with the plastic on there. All right, let that sizzle. Let's check on the burnt pizza over here. I don't know if it's really doing anything. I got a couple of coals. Maybe I'll just throw those over in the middle. And, you know, whatever happens, happens. Everything about this cooking show is going wrong. But you saw it for yourself. That cream cheese appeared to be just like a stick of butter. And I just thought the pan hadn't got hot enough to melt it. I'm looking at that like, why is the fucking thing sticking and burning? It's butter. This ain't my night. Why are you laughing?
I know that's a cheese because
She's fault, not my fault.
remember you told me to put that in the sink.
I told you to put it in the trash.
No, you said put the sink. I put in the sink because in the sink they have a trash. I said I look here. What does cheese doing in here?
Nagalit siya sa akin. Akala ko ako to.
Uy, I put this in the sink because the sink they
Okay,
have a trash.
folks, look, the pizza.
Okay, so you're gonna make fun of my pizza now? Hey, shit happens, baby. Shit happens. I'm still. Don't touch it. Get off of there. Don't be trying to eat it until it's complete. Put the lid back on it, baby. Let it. Put the lid back on my pizza now. Listen, I'm gonna serve this up on a plate, and you got a choice: either take a bite or don't. But don't be nitpicking my goddamn hot dogs over there.
I hear earlier.
Yung malab. Tapos yung cheese. May tumbang-tumbang.
You see the stress I'm under.
Sa pula, pinagay ko. Ginanong ko na ano.
Ano, hindi yung ba nakita anong different ng cheese? Anong different ng
Hindi ko
Ano?
napansin. Malay ko ba? Basta lagay. Di ba? I don't know that cheese or butter. And then I put... Oh, what's that?
Yeah, it was burning.
Yeah.
I just thought it wasn't
Nasusunog
hot.
yung cheese. Ay, sabi niya kakaiba daw yung yung...
the yellow? Oh, cheese is the
Ay,
yellow.
magkaparehas.
Butter is yellow. Cheese is
White.
white.
Hindi, parehas kasi na yung tura. Malay ko ba? Is that right, my fault? I don't know if it's cheese or what.
Well, it fooled me too. It looked exactly like.
May ano na naman.
Hala.
But you know what? It's her fault because she
Why
didn't
is
throw it
that
away.
in the sink? If put in
Hey,
the
stop
sink,
eating those hot dogs.
That's dirty na, no?
Listen, you two need to get out of here. There's not going to be any hot dogs for the spaghetti. Here, let me just take this over. Get out of here. Get out of here.
See? You have the two ladies.
Listen, if you don't get these ladies out of here, they'll literally eat every piece of hot dog. There won't be no hot dog for the spaghetti.
That hot dog one piece.
Okay. Get out of there. Get. Okay. Did you get one too? No, she already got one when I wasn't looking. You see the stress I'm under with these ladies every day? Lockdown for 60-something days. Wife number one and girlfriend number one stressing me on a daily basis. And there's nowhere for me to go. My goodness. And folks, these when you cook over a flame with this cast iron, it's just wonderful. I mean, look, all I did was put a little butter in there, and it is just cooking like a champion. Nothing sticking, just nice, even cooking. The induction burner is great for making eggs in the morning because it's quick. You can cook inside, even if you're in a hotel room. But it is just no comparison to cooking over a flame. And so again, I'm looking forward to getting that little gas burner here so I can just maximize the benefits of cooking with this cast iron. All right, folks, so this is starting to look a little bit better. Could use a little bit more sauce, but you know, it'll feed the masses. Thing over here. I'm gonna try a few bites of it. All right, folks. Before I take this thing inside and cut it up, okay, just show you what it looks like underneath here. You can see it. It's a little dark. I don't think you can see. Hold on, let me get a light on this iPhone so you can. I always forget I can use this. Let's see, look, on top it looks pretty damn good, right? But you get underneath that bad boy. Oh my goodness. My goodness. My goodness. That's all you can say is my goodness. Oh, shoot. Looks good on top, but not underneath. Baby, what do you think? You gonna try my pizza? Gonna try a piece of that pizza? Not now. Don't be picking off the top. Let me cut it for you. Don't get it right now. You wait till I get in there, okay? I gotta serve it up properly. All right, here we go. The pizzeria. Excuse me, ma'am. Did you order a pizza? Yeah. How's it look? Looks delicious.
Maybe.
All right, can I get my tip? Pizzeria. Coming through with the pizzeria. All right. Put this bad boy here. These little silicone pads for the cast iron. Folks, there we go. We got this little beauty inside, ready to rock. Baby, let me help you with that, okay? Let me show you something. We're going to the hospital if you keep that up. Let me show you something. Put that thing back there. All right, let me show you on the floor. Take this big long Mac Daddy right here, right? Okay? Well, that didn't work out as planned, but you know what? At least we're not going to the hospital, honey. You see what I mean? Use this thing from afar. Don't use that knife up close. We're going to go to the hospital. All right?
What are you doing?
Okay, hold on. Let me show you.
What are you doing, bro? You would broke.
Okay, let me show you, baby. Okay, you hold this bad boy here. You hold this bad boy with this thing. We're gonna figure this out, folks. Now hit it. Oh shit! It's alright, babe. Pull it. You know what? It'll work. That's some. You know what? They got in that hot spaghetti. Now some bitch will fit in there.
What happened? Huh?
Pandemonium up in here, folks. All right, let me go get the rest of this. Again.
Hala! Nayabag mo use this one.
Helen is chopping very close to her fingers, and I don't want to go to the hospital tonight.
Why you not told me?
Well, all we did was throw it over in the boiling spaghetti water, and now it's small enough to fit in the glass, baby. All you gotta do now is put some Coke and rum in there. Stop eating the damn toppings. Yeah, spaghetti. It's Italian night, baby. Tonight, just call me Mario. Folks, I think this is gonna be a win. This right here is a fail with valuable lessons learned. All right, ladies, you don't want to eat a piece of this jewel. That's your option. Hey, I'm cutting into this dude. Oh yeah, hear that? Oh my goodness, hear that crackle when you get down to the nitty gritty. I ain't got no pizza cutter. I'm holding an iPhone in one hand, folks. Look at that. Look at that. You see that come apart there? Now, folks, baby, hand me another plate. Let me get this thing on a plate, baby. You don't even know. You don't even know what you're missing here. Let me serve it up. Now, folks, if I worked at a pizzeria, somebody come in, yeah, I need a piece of that pie. Oh my goodness.
If you have a restaurant,
I'll make $1 million.
no, maybe no people come there.
Baby, look at that. Look, that's beautiful on the top. That's a nice char on the bottom, baby. My goodness. Look at the cross section on that piece, folks. I think the crust is good, but just check out that cross section. Baby, are you gonna Instagram this pizza? You get 1 million views on this bad boy, baby. Just go ahead and Instagram that, honey. All right. Wait a minute, hashtag what? I don't even know what they're saying, folks. They're laughing.
More try until your success.
Oh, hashtag try again.
More try until.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Before you eat this pizza, before you eat this spaghetti, let me get you a piece
No.
to taste.
Okay.
Nah, I'm just kidding. Go ahead and eat, baby. Now, folks, I'm finna tear it up. Look at this. God damn. Let me just peel off a piece here and take a look at that cross section right there. Mmm.
Ang dami naman yan.
What taste, Marcos?
Baby,
Absolute.
I'll be honest with you ladies, I don't know what tastes worse. Those damn cheap ass Filipino style hot dogs or the crust. That's absolutely horrible.
I told you.
It is so horrible.
Yeah, I told you more practice King Marquitos until you
Baby,
succeed.
listen, let me be honest with you. Can I be honest with you ladies? Can I be honest with you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, I have to be honest with you, folks. I'd rather eat that crust than that hot dog right there. That's how bad these hot dogs are. I can't lie to you. Folks, if you're not a subscriber on my channel, hit that overstay road sign. It's time for us to eat. These ladies have stressed me out, but it's time to go. Peace out. We'll see you on the next one. Folks, I had to back off and punt. I'm not one to complain about food. I can eat things that'll make a billy goat puke. But those hot dogs skunked everything. They just destroyed everything. Even my beloved sauce, they skunked it. So thanks to Peter Pan and Smuckers. Folks, that's a two-tone pizza right there. That's two-tone. My goodness, I got my friend coming over. I sent her a message. I said, hey, you want some pizza? So she can come over. Now, she can have some spaghetti. She'll like that. She likes some hot dogs. So I'm gonna mess with her, joke with her about the pizza.